Okay, should we get it going?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to call our January 2026 first meeting of the year. Members present. Joe Casasano, David Baird, Diane Magliosi, James McNamara. And we have our administrator, Patty Hazel, and we have a guest with us today, Jeff Leiden, that's going to talk about cyber. Okay? Cybersecurity. So it's your ball.
Oh, great. Well, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for having me. As I said, I'm Jeff Leiden from Leiden and Murphy Insurance. I am part of the group that now writes the Macris fiduciary insurance, so we write your fiduciary insurance under a master policy. About 3 years ago, a couple boards approached us looking for cyber insurance. We started writing cyber insurance roughly 3 years ago, and we now write cyber insurance for 33 different retirement boards in the state. As you probably know in your personal life, this is an ongoing threat of your information being hacked, attacked, so forth. I get a letter, I think, every other month saying something of mine has been, breached from Harvard Pilgrim last year to my mortgage last year. And also you're probably aware, Perex sent out a notice this summer. A board did get hacked. Their systems were encrypted, and they had a full-on breach. That board has a cyber insurance policy with us.
They did or they do?
They do. They did at the time, and
Okay.
they still do. I think talking about the policy without getting into the layering of the coverage and so forth, I think it's talking about practical. With one call, that board was able to call us. We were then able to put the claim in. Incident response team takes over. They start handling everything from a legal, IT side of it. They start working with the parties who were involved. The parties involved in this breach were out of Russia, so they knew right away who they were dealing with. The legal team that comes in starts taking over all aspects of it so that you, as a retirement system, don't have to handle this yourself. Luckily, that system had backups, so they didn't have to pay a ransom, but the claim has reached high six figures for a number of different policy coverages that had to kick in. One of the ones that I talk about a lot to the different retirement boards, in Massachusetts, if you have a breach, you are required by law to pay for 18 months of credit monitoring for every individual whose information gets out there. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it can start to add up if that reaches $30, $40 a month for every person's information that gets out there. One of the parties in that claim, whose information got out there, just thought they were, lack of a better word, hurt by that incident and decided to sue the retirement board. So that's another part of that claim that's ongoing. Talking in different coverage areas that might concern you, let's say, I think everybody knows the story of Quincy, happened a number of years ago. The funds transfer was executed incorrectly because somebody pretended to be somebody they weren't. That's a type of coverage that would be covered by this policy. The policy has a $2 million limit on every part of the policy. It would cover you if somebody's, let's say, for instance, you were hacked in another business that you do business with was hacked because of your hack, and they decided to sue you. You would have a $2 million limit there also. As I said, 18 months of credit monitoring would be covered by the policy. Any legal aspects, if one of your members whose information was breached in a hack tried to sue you, you would be covered for a $2 million limit. There's a number of, and then there's business interruption coverages that would apply if you were shut down. Any IT issues, legal, you would be covered for $2 million. There's one area of the policy that you aren't covered for $2 million. That is any claim that would be considered a socially engineered claim. They call it somewhat like an I got you claim. I'm gonna pick on Patty. Patty gets an email, hey Patty, if you're on social media, I saw the kids or grandkids or et cetera, they look wonderful, et cetera. She falls victim thinking that's somebody that she does business with on a daily basis. For whatever that reason, that allows something to occur, and that would fall into a socially engineered claim. Socially engineered claims account for about 54% of all cyber claims. Insurance companies are good people, like to pay out claims, but when they see an area that they are very vulnerable on, they're going to reduce the limit. So on any cyber policy right now, there's a $250,000 cap for any socially engineered claim. The first quote I gave you is the policy I just described with a $2 million limit with a $250,000 limit for socially engineered claims. That premium a year is $3,312 and has a $2,500 deductible.
Now, that says it someplace in the material we got, I think. doesn't it? Didn't
I'm
it?
sorry.
That's something you already sent us, I
That's
think.
right.
Yes,
here.
yep.
Okay.
So when we started writing these policies, a number of retirement systems asked us, well, can we get more coverage for any socially engineered claims? Because that's where claims are happening. So we went to market. We were able to get an additional quote for an additional socially engineered coverage going over the existing $250,000. It'd almost be like buying an umbrella policy for your personal and home, personal auto and home. So the additional quote I provided you has 4 different coverage limits. It has an additional layer of $250,000, $500,000, $750,000, and $1 million. The premium for $250,000 would be $4,943, and then going up from there for the $500,000, $7,543, $750,000, $9,311, and $1 million is $12,223
Above.
above, over the 3,300. So in theory, just using a number, you have $250,000 from the base policy. You could buy another $250,000, so you'd have a combined limit of $500,000 if you purchased the $250,000. So the two policies would be the $3,312 plus $4,943. Of the 33 boards, I'd say about 70% have taken the extra socially engineered coverage. Some of the smaller boards have taken the $250,000 to $500,000, with a lot of the larger boards taking the $750,000 to $1 million. And then some boards have just taken the base cyber policy, which I believe is an excellent amount of coverage at a great price point. We're just trying to give you options and things to think about, and, you know, decide what is the right fit for you, because every board's different, every board's a little bit bigger and smaller.
So if Ukraine launches an attack on our system, somehow they manage to transfer funds from that system, we're covered up to $2 million.
Correct.
But if Ukraine launched an attack, a privacy account through social media to Patty, and Patty makes a mistake, it's $250.
Correct. It's a great way of breaking it down.
Okay, and if each of the two, is it $2 million in total per claim, or is that $2 million per entity of involvement?
All the different aspects of the claim, you get another 2 million, 2 million. It's not like a 2 million capped claim for one coverage limit.
Okay, so you're the agent.
Correct, yep.
You're representing
I'm the broker, yes.
an underwriter?
We work with Amwins out of Texas. They're the largest wholesale broker in the world. They
For the tech part?
for the cyber policy.
Okay.
Yep. I will say they have given us preferred pricing for, you'll see the Macris notation on the quote. They've given us kind of like a group discount, so to speak. The policy is excellent. It's written through Alpha Secured. It's an A+ rated carrier through AM Best. That's their financial rating. I'm very proud of the coverages on this. I've gone through them with a number of the attorneys who work for different boards. We've broken down, I have encountered a couple boards that did have their policies in place, and you get what you pay for. I'll be honest with you. The Framingham Retirement Board, for instance, was thrilled. They presented it to a broker they knew, and they're like, take that policy. I can't come close to matching it. But I don't know. There could be somebody out there offering a product that's better.
How about the legal side? Is there an assigned attorney group,
Yeah.
or is it?
Yeah, there's attorneys that really work in this sector, and I'm married to one, and I'll tell you, they should stay, you know, like anything, you stay in your lane.
Yep.
This is they bring in a team, and they're excellent. The attorney for Alpha worked with the attorney for the retirement board, and they worked together pretty well. I wish I could say the name of the board, but
That's okay.
it went excellent, I think. And I will say this, we just renewed that board's policy, and it was only a 4% increase, which I was very excited about.
When we talk about like how rapid everything occurs, like if we discover the breach, how much time does it take to get all these players on board?
Pretty quick. Nowadays, I'd say within 24 hours, they're up and running, or less, because, time's one of those things I think mitigates how the damage of it. It's just like anything. You want to, as soon as we can get going on it, because it's gonna save the carrier money in the
Yeah,
long
of
run.
course, yeah. How many, can you answer this? I don't know. How many times has this happened since you've been providing coverage?
We've only had one
breach?
We have one breach. We're seeing some smaller things occurring, and we receive calls. One board that we have called us. The executive director got a call from one of the financial institutions they work with. The financial institution said, "Hey, we just got this from you. It doesn't seem right." They had hacked his email, and he didn't know, and sending out fund transfer requests. Another board, two different boards we work with, had incidents where, pick on Patty again. "Hey Patty, I've switched banks. You think it's absolutely somebody you work with all the time." Banks were switched. It wasn't that individual. Funds were being deposited into a false institution. The monies were gone.
Okay.
I think, I'm not sitting here trying to scare you. I think they're testing the water where they can, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that's where the concern is.
Okay, all right. My one last question.
No, please, these are great. I do better with
So,
Q&A.
pick on Patty again. So Patty gets an email asking to distribute funds or whatever the case may be. Is there anyone, if we take this policy, you take this policy on from us and we're going along, is there anyone available that she can say, "Hey, I have a question about this, this looks funny"?
Always, you can call me.
Okay.
They're gonna send you out a menu of different free, so,
Included?
yeah, they're gonna send you out a menu of different options you can click on and use to help, work on your protocols. Because in the end, it's better for them to offer you that free service than to pay out a claim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because all of us go through these trainings, but, I'm relatively techie, but it's still, there's so many clever things out there that you can't
They're
figure
so
out.
ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly.
And the board, I keep on picking on these guys, the board that got hacked, their steps were excellent. All their protocols were fantastic. There was no place we could have said, "Hey, you could have done this better." Because at the end of the day, they are a bit of one step ahead of us. And so, I think, is it Bill Keefe at Perrick? Is it Bill Keefe? Bill's been, we did a webinar for Perrick back in October, and Bill was just saying, I think this is, you all do, for the boards and the systems that are doing all the right things, great, but I think you should still have a policy as that stopgap in case something happens, so.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm in sales, and I would like every retirement system to take out one, but I get it, it's money, and deciding what's the right fit for you.
Well, at 33, you're still representing almost a third of the population of the retirement system, so.
Yeah. Good meetings, good people. I've got a number of different retirement systems I think are gonna come on in the next few weeks. I think it's at that point, and the base policy to me is pretty on the scale of things. I mean, I don't know what you pay for home and auto insurance, but nowadays.
More than that.
Yeah, so,
Thank you.
no, pleasure.
These all underwritten by different carriers? Like, you got Lloyd's,
Yeah.
London, is it,
So,
or does Amwin come under them?
So Amwins is the broker I work through on that. Amwins places through Alpha Secure, and they build it kind of like a tower, so to speak, with the laying of different coverages. But all of these, obviously Lloyd's is Lloyd's, they're all best A+ rated carriers, so we're not really worried about any of the financial institutions involved in this.
So they broker it out to these
Yeah, they
different,
build almost a layer, like, hey,
Yeah.
Lloyd's, you're the first one, you're gonna take a percentage of the hit, and then how the hit comes after that as far as the size of the claim and how it gets paid out.
You keep building and building, though, you get kind of afraid, that, oh, maybe the next step, maybe the next step, maybe the next step. And it's gotta be sometime, you gotta say, no, we can't go that high.
Yep.
Now, we had some, you started off with saying the town has some kind of cyber
So
security.
my understanding, and we've worked with the group from Maya, Cabinet Insurance, they were on the webinar with us in October, not to put in their words in their mouth. They have told us that none of the policies they're writing for the city or towns and their cyber policies are covering the retirement boards. Some retirement boards have told me they believe they are covered. I've said to them, that's great, please get it in writing. If you don't have it in writing, I don't think you're covered. You are supposed to be your own entities, you're supposed to be separate from the city and towns, is my understanding. Some of you do have your own separate tax ID numbers. I would, like I said, I would want to get a policy showing me listed or a certificate of insurance showing me listed, rather than just believing I'm listed, covered by the town's policy.
I think we talked about that before, but I don't know if we ever got anything, did we, from the town?
Not in writing.
Not in writing. I know Dave has been talking to someone here at the town. We thought we had some, but then we never
I
got it.
think we do, but we can't really hard and fast confirm it. So,
I don't want to spend any extra money if we don't have to, but if we have to, then we have to do that too, so. Are we expecting a decision right now, or do we have more questions, or do we want to talk it over later on, or how do you want to handle this?
I can make a motion if you want to go into discussion. I'd make a motion that we accept the lowest tier policy. I think we should just start there. I think it provides coverage. I'm concerned about some of the social media engineering, but I also think that I don't want to say we're smart enough, but I think we would catch something.
Second.
So there's a motion made, seconded, any further discussion, because how much would that cost us now?
$3,312 a year.
Now, is that total?
Yep, that's total policy.
That includes the two add-ons that were on here also?
The 2 million and the 250.
Yep, it would be 2 million for the policy limits on everything except for the access, for the social engineering. And then if you did, and I've had boards just take out the base and then reach out to me later, reach out to me on the next renewal. It's whatever works for me. I just had a board reach out to me a month after, because they said, you know, we talked about the next meeting, we want the excess social.
What are other examples of social engineering claims?
It really is that pretending to be somebody that they're not, and using it in a form.
3312.
Like I said, and I got you, it's really, it's been a lot of that, pretending to know you. They seem to figure out who is the person they can to get
Is that
through that front door with,
Yeah.
The
and then
fees
pretend to
and
know
the sales
you.
tax?
Okay.
On whatever format they pull this information on, it's scary how they are able to find out
Yes.
who you might connect with and pretend to be that person.
Because I didn't see that.
It is scary.
Yeah, the one board, the two boards that reached out to me, excuse me, with the wrong deposit,
Right.
which was, you know, relatively small. You're talking about, because right away they got a call within the first missed.
So direct deposit, you're talking about, they haven't switched their direct deposit?
Yeah, yeah, but they really thought
Yeah.
they knew exactly who it was.
Right,
And didn't follow the due diligence that they normally would.
okay.
How they're doing, finding out that information, I
Yeah.
don't know.
So under discussion, I'm for the insurance policy, but my concern is if we're gonna go for the other cyber policy, that's a discussion, I wanna know how vulnerable we are to get an idea which level we should get. My concern is I don't wanna ask those questions on video, because I'm asking what's our vulnerabilities, so we can be telling people what our vulnerabilities are. That, I don't know if we can go to executive session over that, what's the rule, but that's, you know what I mean? If I wanted to decide which level to go under the cyber policy, I want to know how vulnerable we think we are. And those questions, I don't know if I want to be out in the public.
That's a good point.
It is a good point,
No, it is. Well, there's a lot, there was one board just figured out all their signatures were on their website.
Yeah.
Wanted to take those down because they
Take those
don't want
down.
their signatures on there anymore.
So we'd have to reschedule a meeting calling for an executive session to do that.
For that, but I'd be for voting for this right now.
Okay.
They're under discussion right now.
So,
One other item I did want to say, in order to get the policy, there are two IT requirements, that you use MFA, multi-factor authorization, and EDR, which is endpoint detection. And generally, every board has that. Do you have an IT person that you work with?
We do. We have All Covered, which is a national
Okay.
organization.
I would imagine they have it in place.
I know we have multi-factor, I don't know about the endpoint.
Okay.
Protection, I would think so.
I would think so, and
We have a Sonic wall, is that?
that's probably gonna do it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, no, it's fine. That's fine. Well, I think if we go with, just under discussion, if we go with that motion and we agree to it, then at least we begin coverage, and then we can reevaluate, and we can, to Jim's point, study it a little deeper. I do feel comfortable, to some degree, that we have such a small system, that we do, Patty knows everyone.
I am kind of really, if something doesn't look right, I'm really asking questions about it, as a general rule.
Scary thing too, they could use somebody's AI voice.
Well, that's super scary.
They
They
call
are,
you up,
yeah.
hey, Patty.
Yeah.
We've received the training also, because the town has had it happen with payroll.
Oh, really?
With somebody
Pretending to be somebody that
years
is.
and years ago.
It's
And
nuts.
actually going through once where direct.
Yeah.
And 365 that we use for email is pretty smart.
Right.
So we get that, I forget what it's called, but you get that, it's a sidebar email that you have to then agree
Yeah.
to before it comes back, so, yeah.
So do we want to go ahead with the motion, or do we want to wait until we go to executive session?
I will hold on the motion and make a vote on that, and then we'll
We'll start
take it
with
back
that.
out.
Start with the
Is
insurance.
everybody else with that then?
Yes.
Okay with that too? All right, and the price that you're quoting us includes, and Diana pointed out to me, and I have it circled here, includes the sales tax and the,
Yeah, so unfortunately, Massachusetts, the policy is written through the excess lines market, and Massachusetts puts a tax on that. Even though you are generally exempt from all taxes,
Right.
this is one you're not. Unfortunately, there's two organizations, the MBTA, and I forget who else are exempt from it.
Turnpike.
Yeah, it could be, I forget which one it is. I've gotten this question a lot, so.
so if we vote on it now, when does it start?
Probably could get it done within a week or so.
But I hear it said something about, I thought a start date.
Oh, that was just when we were
It was
doing,
outdated.
when we presented
just
the
wanted to
quote.
make sure that-
Yeah, the quote's still valid, we were just had to put in a tentative effective date when I first produced these and sent them out. But I can get the application together, I'll shoot Patty an email. You just want to bounce it off your IT person to verify those, and it's still Tuesday, I probably could get it bound by next Monday or Tuesday, and have it in place.
Great.
All right, any other discussion on the motion? Motion made, second, all in favor? Thank you.
Great, wow, wonderful, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If there's any follow-up questions on any of this, just let me know. It's, no, it's not the most exciting stuff, but, you know, it's-
Until it happens.
Yes,
When it gets very
We can
exciting.
call you any time of day or anything?
any time of day.
Night too?
You know where you live now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was very nice to meet you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Do you want me
much.
to walk you out? You know?
I know where to go.
Okay.
It was nice to meet you,
I'll
finally.
be talking to you.
Okay, I'll send you an email. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, should we go ahead with our regular meeting now? Item number 1, monthly investment and cash summary sheet. Do you want to go into that a little bit or no?
Yep, let me, hold on one second. So we're on this?
Everybody have that?
So basically, I got the December statement and their gross of fees, so that's what that number is. But we're waiting for the net of fees for December to make it 100%. This next page, I don't know, did I give you guys that too? So what I did there, the green column is based upon the gross statements. The blue column is Clinton's returns per the net of fees report, so that's the one that verifies it. And the pink column is the net of fees for the core fund, so if you want to see if we're beating the core fund or they're beating us. So the first 3 columns are the month-to-date, the last 3 columns are the year-to-dates. And so far, I mean, I made a, right now, it looks like the core is beating us for this year a little bit, you know what I mean? Based upon that evaluation, but we're both doing pretty well. And please feel free to check numbers. And then the third page is just the asset allocation, how much money we have by asset allocation that Stan used to do for us.
I was just saying that we have $999,000
No, that is the Clinton Savings Bank,
savings
right?
bank, Sun Savings Bank,
Right.
yes.
And right up above it is 90 million. That's, the PRIP portfolio for 90,545 includes the $4 million cash that we have in PRIP. And then the 999 is the Clinton Savings. So the total amount of assets we have at the moment is the very bottom number. And Stan used to give it, his was just.
That's good, Patty, no,
Yeah,
that's
it
very
is.
good. So we have $999,000 in Clinton Savings Bank.
Although after this month, once I pay the warrant, we won't have that much.
Okay.
So,
Anybody have any, that's very good, Patty, thank you. Anybody have any suggestions, comments?
No, I think it's, with the full return for the year at 11.9%, I think that's pretty respectable.
Great.
Thank you, Patty, for doing that.
sure.
Number 2, I'm sorry, number 1A, Procure Fund Summary.
So that's just the report, I got those numbers from that report 1A, that's the gross of fee report for December.
Well, if that's showing what the month was, if I'm looking at it right in that column, it wasn't too great.
Say that again?
If I'm looking at the right numbers, it's that column for the month is not too great.
Yeah, .46, which is what we were at about .4.
This actually says net of fees, Patty, just on 1A.
You know, this is the gross of fee, though. They changed the wording on it. Remember Stan told us about that?
Okay.
But this is prior to fees. Because we don't have the net of fees yet for December. I just received the November. It's always a month behind.
It would make sense as gross because it's coming in at 12.59 as opposed to 11.9.
Right.
And that should indicate the fee,
Yeah.
so that's interesting wording.
They just.
Why they
this-
did that.
This always said gross of fees until about 6 months ago, and they changed this one to net of fees as well. I could ask Francesco, by the way, Francesco said he will be able to come to the March meeting if we would like him here, so I'll put him on the agenda.
Everybody all set with that?
Yep.
That's good, yes.
All right, so we can ask him about that for the heck of it, why they changed the name of it. If-
Any questions on 1A?
No.
1B, Clinton Portfolio Monthly Statement.
Once again, that's the December statement.
Any questions on that? Okay, we go to 1C, which is Clinton Portfolio Net of Fees Report.
But
And it
that
sa-
is
And it says, as of 12/31.
correct.
I don't think that says it, does it? Huh?
1C says November 30.
Yeah.
So
Once
I
he
don't
says
have
November.
December yet,
This is
that's the
December.
problem.
Okay,
We
okay.
don't
Looking at
ever
that.
have the net of
Okay.
fees for the month that just ended at the meeting.
Yeah.
So next month, we'll double check the December net of fees against this month's summary sheet for the heck of it.
Everybody all set with 1C? We go to 1D. Report, activity report drawdown. So we're going to transfer the amount.
Yep, so it's actually not a drawdown, it's a return of 25,683.
Yep. Should probably change that too, it'd make a better sense and say it was returned.
Yeah, you have to turn to the back page to see that, the brackets to indicate the return.
Okay,
Yep,
got that? Anybody else all set with that? Now we got 1E, which is our treasurer's monthly cash.
Motion.
Second?
Motion made, seconded. Any discussion? Patty, still things going okay
yep,
with the,
yep, he gets it to me right away.
but he's still not full-time, right?
Nope.
No. Whether that makes a difference to you or not, I don't know. If it does, then we,
I mean, he's getting what I need right now. You know, he does get the retirement.
but he does
office.
what you need to have done.
Correct.
With no
Yep.
problem. Okay. So,
Do you want to take a vote on that?
I'm sorry, yeah, we'll take a vote on that. Treasurer's monthly cash reconciliation, thanks, Dave.
Aye.
Motion made, seconded, any discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so now we go to 3, which is just, we gotta go to draft minutes, don't we?
Well, 1F was the monthly accounting
Which,
packet.
I don't have a finish for December. I just got the
Okay.
statement, but within the week, I'll email you the
Okay.
December.
Okay.
Draft minutes,
Motion?
motion made, seconded, anybody have anything to bring up, to discuss?
No.
Friday and I already did discuss some of this, so I'm really all set. Anybody else has anything at all?
Nope.
Motion made, a second to accept the minutes, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 3, monthly meeting, posting. Number 4, we have the warrant.
Motion to accept the January warrant total $637,047.17.
Second?
Motion made, it was seconded. Patty, anything we should know out of the ordinary from the warrant?
No, it was a little bigger. We had to transfer out. A member went to another system for 100,000. And with the Section 3AC bills are coming in, so it was a little bit higher than usual for that reason.
Okay. Motion made, second, any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Refund rollover. Anyone want to take the lead on this? Sorry,
Motion
Christine?
Christine Kennedy's rollover, 1 year, 6-month service.
Second.
Motion made, second, any discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, number 6, transfers out.
Motion to transfer Joyce Cordesero's 99,073.54 and accept 22 years and 1 month of service.
Second.
So that was number 6, number 6A, which is another transfer out.
Did we vote?
I'm sorry, all the motion to accept that transfer?
Aye.
Motion made, all second.
We had the motion.
We had the
and
motion.
Okay,
second,
all
right?
in favor, yes, aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Okay.
Next one is motion for Cindy McDonald's.
No, I didn't put the money in.
The amount is $2,212.90, and creditable service is .9167.
11 months.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 6A, now we're gonna go to number 8.
Motion to accept Shay Harwood.
New enrollments.
Yes. Community television production manager effective January 12th.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? We didn't have one of those before?
She's now an assistant, right? Was Elliston considered? This is this is more of a
I
full-time
mean,
position, isn't it?
maybe, but this is,
Good.
I mean, it's paid through a grant. Town doesn't pay
All
anything.
right, this is by a grant. My motion that was made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
8A,
Motion to
Shannon.
accept Shannon Giansanti as the outreach coordinator at the senior center effective January 5th.
Second.
motion made, seconded, any discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, that's good. Let's see, we got number 8 we already had. Did we?
Yep.
Wait, number 9, mandatory reminder board member training.
It's Veterans webinar, if you're interested, coming up. I think I got the link today, I sent it to you. If anyone wants to do that, it's 3 points. This Thursday.
There's one this week. right?
Yeah, veterans.
All right, that was information number 9A. Tobacco company list, just certainly general information. 9B, interest rate set at 0.1%. Anybody excited about that?
Not really.
Okay, that's just general information also.
Yep.
Then we got anti-spiking calculation. Patty?
So we don't have the section 106 for union members, and the memo even said most boards do not have this type of union, so it's not applicable to Clinton. You don't have to worry about it.
So that, number 9C, the spiking, we don't, are concerned about right at the moment, correct? 9D.
The regular comp limits,
I'm sorry?
the regular compensation limits, and
Okay, yep.
I did double check, we don't have anyone whose salary is close to that, so we don't have to worry about it for now.
So this is just general information, it doesn't affect us at all. 9A, we have limits on the section 23, chapter 131, regular compensation, Patty?
Yeah, same thing, we have nobody close to making that limit, so.
So no one's involved with that yet. 9F, COLA notice.
So we need to post that for discussion next month publicly, so do you want me to put that on next month's agenda for discussion?
All right, so the latest, they feel is 2.8, but we're allowed to go to 3.0. So we'll discuss, that'll be on the agenda for next month, correct?
Yep.
Unless anybody else has any further discussion on that right now. 9G, testing fee, has to do with when we have someone that's injured and we need something medical done. It's $100 that they're being paid.
Yep,
That's general information also.
yep.
9H, required minimum distribution. Patty?
I looked it up, we have nobody that's eligible that we have to worry about. They'd have to be
Okay, so
73.
that's just general information.
Yep,
9I, fraud alert. Are you looking for something to,
yeah, that was, so just another reason why we need that cyber insurance, you know?
okay, so it's nothing that we,
No, no, no.
I don't have anything to say, we should, okay? That's general information, okay? Correspondence, 10, we don't have, then we go into old business. Number 11, cyber insurance quotes.
So that,
Gary's taking care of that. I guess we have to do just a little bit of checking, but as far as I know, it's just, it's on its way. Request for proposal, legal services.
Well-
Go ahead, Kevin.
I was gonna say, if you wanna pop forward just to the notice election update.
All right, let's do that first, let's go to 11B.
Yeah, so, we only have one set of nomination papers submitted so far, so, Joe Casasanto has gotten his in, so the papers are due by the February 20th.
Okay, but right now we only have one in, correct?
Correct,
Okay.
yep.
Anybody have anything else on this? Let's see, do we want to go back to proposals now?
We have one more thing under new business that's not on the agenda, Stan's letter. Do you want me
Okay.
to pass that out?
Yeah.
So I just got a letter from Stan to Paul, addressed to Paul, basically saying that he doesn't think he'd be interested in consulting anymore. He's ready to retire from the board altogether, just in the event that we were thinking of going out to bid
Okay,
anytime soon.
thank you.
I'd like to leave that open if we do decide we want to. I wouldn't want to rule him out.
Yeah, well, I think we had the subcommittee form that we were going to meet and discuss, but
And that's part of the thing we should bring up right now, that we have not had a meeting yet.
Right.
But I don't know if we're quite ready to do that yet. Are we ready to have our subcommittee meeting yet? I just think that we
I
better,
think we said March.
yeah,
Okay.
And if Francesco's coming probably after he,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you could
Maybe
bring
April.
that letter, talk about the letter at that meeting, or include it.
So we'll just sit tight right now and see what happens, but right now, we're happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right. And I think Stan's going through some other things right now with changing companies and what have you. Sure. So
Exactly.
he might reconsider if we do decide that we.
Right.
All right, so now we want to go to our proposals for legal services. Now, who wants to carry the ball on this first? We're looking at both proposals, and we know one of them pretty good.
Yeah.
The other one we look at, and maybe I shouldn't be leading this parade, but I'll start it anyways. The other one we're looking at, I mean, the firm seems to be, has a lot of people working for it, a lot of lawyers working for it. It seems to meet all the requirements that we have.
So has everybody done their tally sheets?
Well, how do we do how do we do one of these forms? I mean, it was easy for me for Sacco, but the other form, you just have to go by stuff that it's written in front of us.
That's what I did. I read the proposal and I graded it based on the
We
proposal.
only go by
But
this.
didn't you agree that, I don't know what,
Right.
do we openly discuss it right now? I think we should. What were the things that you don't think he looked qualified or his firm looked qualified to do?
Oh,
I think the qualified ending is more of experience level that we've had with them. I think that's, or only a couple of them that I, like municipal procurement, I don't know their process, like we did with Sacco, so.
But he did make a statement, and I'm not pushing for them over one other, but he did
Yep.
make a statement that everything that we've asked for in our RFP, they said that they legally can meet it, can meet it. And the only thing I had concern about was that I think after we sent out the RFPs, we got a call from Boston saying that they wanted a copy of some of the, how we handle the RFP and what was sent out, and it was pretty much aimed at our present lawyer, our law firm.
Well, we handle it by the guidelines provided by PERAC.
Right.
None of this is us, this is all PERAC that developed
I know, I
this.
understand that, but I didn't know what prompted this. All of a sudden, is he,
It might have nothing to do with him, though,
Right.
because they actually asked for, it might be that they're looking at our process to make sure we're doing it
I understand that,
properly,
I agree,
you
you and I
know?
had the discussion, but I just want everybody to be aware
Yeah.
that kind of tickled me right away when it came out. Uh-oh, is there a problem going on? It was right after it came out, I think, but,
So the first part, though, is like this, the initial evaluations, I think if we tally them up, and then, once that's done, we can open the cost proposals, and then you guys can each look at the cost, and then add in
Yeah.
your thoughts on the cost to get the final, to see, as far as rating goes, like,
that's all I'm waiting for.
and then, once it's rated, all those other things,
but how do you rate that new firm? By the proposal he sent in?
Well, just based on what they said.
And everything they said,
They said who they represent, they said how many times they've gone to hearings, they explained everybody's bio. I
Right.
think you just do it,
But if you believe what they're saying is that they meet all the things that are here.
We also have, if we go to the post-evaluation, you'd have an interview with them, they'd have an opportunity to
That's
to make
different now.
adjustments.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that's, to me, is gonna be a lot
Agreed.
better, a lot different, okay? But the first thing that,
well, you have to do the rating, you have to give them the initial rating,
right.
based upon what has been submitted. That's what,
okay.
Yeah. but-
like, how they
How do you say
present.
that they're not telling the truth then?
No, they're telling.
If they're
you
telling the truth, they meet all of these right
But do
away.
you- But do you believe they have enough experience, you know, for the,
From
for
what
the
they're saying,
towns
okay.
that they work with? How many years have they had them? How many hearings have they gone to? And I thought when I looked at it, that based on the hearings, I think I'm referring, yeah, I am, to what they said. A lot of them were the same issue. You know, it might be on-call firefighter, on-call firefighter, on-call firefighter. You know, they might not be as complex when they, or they might not be there yet. And even though they had many, many in their firm, many more, a lot of them concentrated in other areas. So I was just trying to focus on who had the expertise, and then I went through,
Okay.
what, you know, and you have to do it based on what you read.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I thought they were very good. I thought they would perform.
Yeah, I,
But I didn't think they had the same depth of experience as our
but they
current.
certainly have a lot more legal people than,
Right, but they all work in different areas.
that's what I'm saying. They have an
Right.
awful lot of different experiences to cover a lot, experience to cover an awful lot of
Right,
things.
Right, but they did focus on who they would say would concentrate on the retirement board, so they explained that.
Okay. But I don't know these attorneys, like you don't know any of them either, so they could be, because I just got through doing something on, when we got through our, the other situation we had, And they were saying, oh yeah, I can do this, this, and this. One man said he could do everything. So I'm just saying, I had trouble doing one for the
Well, they
people. I
gave
don't know.
references. I mean, they certainly represent other retirement boards, and they gave references, so, I don't think that they don't do the work that they said.
I found them both to be pretty equal. The only difference I saw was in these liability insurance policies.
I didn't,
Murphy is twice the amounts as our current guy.
Wasako isn't usually wrong. He doesn't need it.
Well, these are the minimum. It looks like he's holding the
That
minimum.
is a good point.
Sorry.
So, what's supposed to be our procedure then? We go through and give you our ratings, or,
Do we look at the,
because I never really even rated the other
Cost
guy
first.
yet. I have not rated the other guy. Other firm, not the guy, the other firm.
So as a general rule, it's my understanding that, right now, you guys all add up what you're going to give each of them. And then we'll take those two pieces of paper and take all 5 of your scores and average it. And then we can find out what the average score is for each party. And then we'll open the cost, and then you can look at you each have a cost packet right here. And you can then
then
decide.
we add it to
Yeah,
the total?
the
vote?
last thing here is cost. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
So do we do that before we go to the next stage
They
of the
do like-
interviews, or no?
Oh, everyone's filled in their score
Yes,
prior to seeing the cost?
yes.
Okay, so, we'll give you the cost.
Okay.
Thank you.
Huh, it's totally different. Oh, I see, you gotta look at it. It doesn't go into their paralegals what they make, does it?
No,
How do we compare? You know what I'm saying?
does he say he uses?
Maybe don't use paralegals, they have to. Maybe that's included?
I can't remember what he said here.
Yeah, he breaks down his paralegals. And this guy doesn't. Otherwise, Sacco's
A lot cheaper.
cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
These guys should go work for the other firm.
And he only goes up $10
Yeah.
every 2 years.
I think notably on Murphy and Hess is, it specifically says year one.
Sacco's rates are expired,
Yeah, through the 25th, right?
so it's,
December 31st?
so it's $10 more already.
Still in range, though.
So they're basically the same.
Yeah, close. Except for the, well, senior counsel, depending on how you're deeming Collins, is he senior counsel? He's
Patty, when do we have to make this
200
decision by?
Versus 265.
Right, right.
February, that's what I was just trying to double check.
That's because there's so
When
many
does Sacco's
people
contract end?
March,
break down higher
March,
people.
but we planned on having this all wrapped up by February. I was trying to find the exact
So,
date.
just my question, do you ever get bills just for paralegal work from Sacco's office?
You know,
Because they're saying that so is this saying that we're gonna have paralegals do some work with the Toomey and Lanane, and the other one, he doesn't have any work for paralegals?
well, to be honest with you, I don't, like, they answer the phone and,
They do.
but I get billed from the attorney though for his time, not for,
Yeah, I don't know if we
So they
pay
say that
separate.
if you call this law firm, you won't get billed for the attorney, well, you're gonna get billed both. You're gonna get billed for the paralegal and the attorney? I think that's,
Well, I think it's more if the paralegal does work on the case, which Sacco says that the legal assistants will assist in drafting letters, redacting documents, and various other legal tasks to further reduce client
so
costs.
they cover so Sacco covers the cost, but this guy doesn't. Is that what you think?
Well, yeah, I don't know,
That's how it would sound.
yeah.
The other firm, Hess, will bill us quarterly. The last bottom of that very last line on the page.
Okay.
I think.
Well, do we want to make a decision today, or do we want to,
I'm good.
I'm prepared to, but I guess we could put it off.
I'm prepared to. One thing with the Murphy Hess is they noted in their request that you can also keep them and just pay them. Like if we stay with our current
Right,
attorney, but they do, with all those different things they have, they're an option
they did say
to reach
that,
out to and
that they've helped
Yeah.
towns that.
in
have
addition
other-
to, so that they are available, even if we don't
so if we go to,
maintain them as a principal.
The school system uses them.
Oh, yeah.
they do?
that's an option too.
Doesn't the school use Gibbons? No,
I'm sorry?
they don't use Gibbons.
Yeah, for certain things they use Murphy, yes.
All right, I did mine.
So you're adding your cost to your total? what you put
Yeah, I
for
just
cost?
added the
Okay.
cost to the total.
Okay.
I didn't see anything in Hess, but they don't need a retainer fee, correct? I didn't see that anyplace.
No, I didn't see it. I thought it might be in this, but there don't appear to be anything.
Historical made mention of that. There was no retainer fee, which we haven't had in the past either.
But, yeah.
Want me to start writing what whoever's done, or just a tally? And then,
Do you want us to say them or just give them to
yeah.
you?
Oh, well, I will take them, but want me just to take them and start writing them? Just so I can start at it.
Just the sheet you want?
last page.
Oh,
Bring it up. Pass it down. Is there? Never mind.
How you doing? You all set? So, see these columns right here?
I didn't have the right columns?
Like,
Yeah, I scribbled.
is that included in here?
Yeah, those are not counted. Those two that I scribbled out,
So are those zeros?
yeah.
You're gonna be zeros, okay. Alright. So. And. All right, let's see if I get this now. Right, so, let me double check. I've got Sacco at 220, and Murphy has to me at 214.
214 and 2?
214. So you came up with Sacco slightly higher collectively.
What are
You
the
can
next
s-
steps to
Huh?
decide if we want to interview?
Is it, you can do, I did double check with PERAC. They said you don't have to interview if you don't want, unless, if you interview one, you should interview both. To give them both an equal opportunity, but you can make a decision if you want. You don't have to go with the highest rated. It's really open for discussion, whatever you really want collectively to do.
Well, do we want to go ahead with the second interview, or we, with the first interview, or do you want to just,
I'd make a motion that we go with the highest score.
Second,
and the cost does not have any,
Well, cost was included in that
Yeah,
analysis,
cost.
so.
okay.
yeah.
So the higher score is Michael Sacco, so stay with Michael Sacco.
But we didn't vote on it yet. We just,
Right, that was just the motion.
So under discussion, I would agree with that. I would like to retain Michael Sacco. I will say that I believe the other firm would do a good job also, but we have the experience.
I'm familiar with him.
The costs are a bit lower. And,
Yeah,
you know, as Joe said, the other firm made it clear that if we ever needed additional services, that they'd be available. I don't believe we need to interview, and part of that is that it depends how everybody else feels, but I think if we feel that we were going to stay with Michael Sacco, that we don't need to interview both of them.
agreed.
I agree.
I'm open to discussion on that.
Except for future, if we decide down the road, so the firm, my other firm might say, no, we're never gonna bother, which is always a possibility, but
I don't know.
didn't give them a shot to even interview them, but I'm okay with that. I just bringing that up.
I mean, we haven't really needed any further services so far. You
Yeah.
know, maybe if things change in Sacco's firm, we would want to reevaluate, but
He seems to be downsizing too. Didn't some people leave? And he
Yes,
wasn't-
two of them,
And he
two of them.
wasn't replacing them.
I think some have
So I
said,
think that's a good option, to keep the other, you know, on standby. And
So we'd have to enter into a contract with them as well, just as standby? So
It
we
didn't
can-
say we needed any contract.
So we could ask, if we wanted, you're saying now if we wanted a second opinion, we could ask them?
Well,
I think they were saying they're always available if, in addition, if you
I
need,
think that's what they're
Right.
if you
saying.
need.
So,
it. Doesn't say
Individual
to-
case basis.
But I-
It's a good option, because if PRX says one thing, the lawyer says something else, we could always ask the third firm. We have an option now.
but unless we have, I think unless we have some type of contract with them, we'd have to go out to bid. I don't think,
do you think you would if you just did it on a, you know?
Per diem
like,
type of
yeah,
basis?
Right.
On-call basis, which wouldn't even be, really, you know, it wouldn't be,
How many of the firms, well, these are the only two firms that show interest, and us, right?
the only thing I'm just thinking to myself, if we don't have a contract with them, that's the whole thing with, I thought, this whole process is
I mean, they mention it, I don't know that they would think we
I-
would have two contracts.
Why don't we
I don't
accept
think
it?
anybody would.
well,
you
the
know,
question,
They mention it.
It
that-
seems to imply you can hire them on a per diem basis for an
Right.
individual.
okay,
Or maybe even for a different area, you know, because they
Right.
do have a wider.
yeah.
Well, if they're the only two that apply, can't we say that we went with the other guy, Sacco, but we could reserve the right to call you, as you said in your RFP?
Right, and I think you can do that, but my only question is like, the next part of this process after is to write a contract.
Right.
So Attorney Sacco, if we went with him, is going to write us a new contract.
Could you add-
And so I think that no matter who you go with, you have to have some type of contract, which they'd probably be happy to do it on.
I'm
But
not
that's something
sure.
I can verify
They're
for
getting their
you.
foot in the door.
Right. Well, I'm sure they'd be happy to do the contract because, like you said, they get their foot in the door.
I wonder if there's money involved in them being on call if, for a second opinion.
I don't know.
I wonder if Saco.
But we could also have access to town council as well.
Oh,
If there's
yeah,
some
give them-
simple
right.
question that we're trying to get
Right.
answered,
That's
so it's a tiebreaker.
We
That's right,
haven't-
that's right. We
We
have
haven't
given-
wanted that yet.
I wouldn't be in
you know,
favor of any
11
contractual
years.
agreement with
Yeah.
the
The
second
motion is
place.
to hire Sacco.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Right.
Keep it simple.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? One thing, what length of a contract do we have to have with them?
And then we should put that into the motion. 5 years, we can now go up to 7 years. So we just did that. I would say make it for a 7-year contract, so we don't have to go out to bid, but you can always decide to go out to bid. If you're not happy and wanted to leave, you could.
I would amend my motion to go with Saco for a 5-year contract.
Okay.
second.
Okay, motion made second, and this 5 years is, if either party decides that they want to terminate, they can? That will say that in the contract?
Yeah.
Motion made second, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Good.
All righty. So I will let all the parties know, and I'll let PARAC know, and we don't have to do the interviews. Let me just,
Anything else we have to bring up today at our meeting?
No, I would just ask that we, let us know that we appreciate their,
Very good point,
oh,
yeah.
I'll definitely, I'll,
you can do that anyways, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. All right.
Okay, all in favor, when's our next meeting? Last
February,
Tuesday of the month,
yep, February 24th,
back at 3 o'clock?
that's regular, and it's February. And I was just thinking that Francesco wants to come in March. Do you guys want me to stick to 3 o'clock for March, or should I ask him earlier? Up to you. For March, I'm talking March. You know how sometimes we let him come out a little earlier?
Well, I think earlier is probably easier for him.
Yeah, I would,
But if 3 o'clock's good,
But,
you need
yeah,
3 o'clock,
It's
don't you?
like 2:30 is the closest.
Okay, all right, we'll leave it at 3 o'clock for now.
If you want to come a little earlier.
Okay.
Beat the traffic or something.
Okay, I guess we're all set then. Motion to adjourn?
motion adjourned.
Second.
Favor? Aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.